Let's go over the games happened on Wednesday night. The first game is the Celtics beating the Orlando Magic. This is the first game for the Celtics this week. They got two more games, and Jalen Brown didn't play, so they still have two more games this week. He's questionable. He give you all around stats. So I would if I were you, I probably he's a top 50 guy. This is the last week. You check his status on Friday. If not, you drop him, right? If he's not playing on Friday, maybe you need to drop him. It depends on like your other roster spots and how many acquisitions you have. Like you have a lot left, and for sure he's a drop on Friday if he ends up not playing. You could just stream Friday, Saturday, and then another guy Sunday. For this game, Jason Tatum played pretty well, 27 points, 4 threes, took 22 shots. I mean, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Actually, pretty good across the board. Evan Fournier came in and played 28 minutes. He's a guy that if Jalen Brown continues to be out, you could stream him for some points and threes. That's about it. But he provided us four assists, 2 steals, 5 rebounds. I'll take it. But he's not the guy that I too high on, especially on the Celtics team with all the usage guys. Even with Jalen Brown out, he might be like maybe the third option, which is not bad. Marcus Smart played 30 minutes, had 9 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, only 3 points. But this is why we love Marcus Smart. He gets assists, he gets some rebounds, steals, blocks, and hit threes. Pretty much everything other than just the bad efficiency. Kemba Walker went off 32 points, for assists and a steal. Kemba Walker, I guess he's the guy that we just haven't talked about enough. I wasn't really hyped because he missed a lot of games. The number of games he played in the last month, 33rd ranked player, but he only played 9 games. He's in and out of the lineup, getting hurt a lot. But 2 more games left. He should roster him, giving you good points and threes, averaging 21 points in the last month and 3 threes and 5.6 assists is pretty good for Kemba. But Celtics schedule, they have 2 more games. You just have to hold. If you have Kemba, you have Jason Tatum, you got Jalen Brown. Also, Robert Williams came in, played 21 minutes. We know he can put out the stats even just in 20 minutes. 6 rebounds, 1 assist, a steal, and 2 blocks. I mean, this level of set 4 for 5 from the field. This is good enough. If you need big man stats, I will continue to hold him. Obviously, if you need assist, threes, points, he's a clear drop. If you're trying to win those categories, even though he might be a top 30, 40, 50 guy, we have 2 games left. You don't really need his big man stats. If you don't need his big man stats, you drop him. For the Magic, I mean, everybody's out there at the moment. Mo Bamba went off again. I think he's a must stream, right? He went off on Monday, went off again. Wendell Carter Jr. played the other night, but only played 50 minutes. The right move is for sure. You definitely should stream him on Wednesday. He'll be playing 30 plus minutes. If you need big man stats for the Orlando Magic, they got 2 more games. So for sure, I mean, after Thursday, I would drop some guy and then pick up Mo Bamba. Is Wendell Carter Jr. going to play again this season? Well, he is questionable. If Wendell Carter Jr. ends up missing Friday's game, for sure, it's a no-brainer. We have to stream Mo Bamba. Wagner played 25 minutes, 24 minutes, scored 20 points and 3 threes, 2 steals and block. Pretty good stat line, but I'm not. I think even with Wendell Carter Jr. back, Wagner should get some good minutes, but I don't know. He doesn't really have that one category that I just don't know what I'm gonna get out of him. So if you need all around stats, points, threes, rebound, maybe a little bit defensive. He's not a big defensive guy. Maybe you could stream him. Just see what's out there. Maybe there are better options out there for sure. Garrett Harris, Dwayne Bacon, not so much. Cole Anthony, only have him if you want assist. Had 4 assists and nothing else here. Had a pretty bad game. RJ Hampton, getting a lot of hype. He seemed to be, other than Mo Bamba, he also had a pretty good game. 18 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists. Bad efficiency across the board. I mean, if you want to stream him Friday and Sunday, sure. I mean, all the guys are out for the Magic, so and he's been getting pretty good minutes. And like I said, they don't have two games, so stream him on Friday and Sunday. Use one acquisition to stream him. The next game, Cavaliers got destroyed, 141-105. I think Grizzlies and there has been a lot of really really high scoring games lately. I don't know. To me, just like a lot of games, a lot of teams score both over 135 points, 140. This game, Portland, I mean, the other night, OKC got destroyed. Like, the other team also scored 140, 150 points. For Portland Trailblazers, what's the remaining schedule look like? They have 4 games, back-to-back Friday, Sunday, Saturday. So you could stream, I wouldn't stream Derrick Jones Jr., to be honest. The minutes is, if you get 30 minutes, he could be a good defensive guy, but not the case. Robert Covington, 3 threes, 5 rebounds, 1 assist, had an okay game. He hasn't really went off with Nurkic around. If this is the last week, drop him after Saturday, and Nurkic, you could, another great game, but it's only 20 minutes. 4 blocks, 11 rebounds, 15 points. Great. I mean, they have a back-to-back. If he end up missing one game, for sure you could drop him. CJ struggled from the field, but it doesn't really matter. Portland scored 141 points. And this game, Norman Powell didn't play. He's questionable for next game. To be honest, I'm okay just dropping Norman Powell because they have 2 games left. You could use that acquisition to get a guy that have 3 games left. Because Norman Powell is questionable. Who knows? He might miss up both of the games. And really, at this point, he only give you points and threes. If you don't need points and threes, I think it just move on for him, right? With the possibility that missing the next game, for Norman Powell. So yeah, it depends. Like there are teams that play 3 games in the next 4 days. There are actually quite a few games, like Oklahoma City, Lakers. A lot of Detroit Pistons, the Mavericks, Chicago Bulls. Actually, a lot of teams play 3 games in the next 4 days. So time to pick up some players. Use that one acquisition. Damian Lillard also played well, 32 points. The past couple games have been good. You ride him all the way, drop him Saturday. This is your last week. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, Kevin Love, 18-8. He was a minus 45. My God. And Isaiah Hartenstein played 13 minutes and he was a minus 29. I didn't watch this game. How the hell did that happen? Blazers just went on a crazy hot run, probably. Kevin Love, again, giving you a little bit points, rebound, and threes. So if you need those. And he's playing like pretty much every game. This is a back-to-back, and he played a back-to-back. They have 2 more games. Like, if you need those categories, I don't hate it. Cedi Osman, he's a guy that we talk about. If Darius Garland is out, we could stream him for some points and assists. Only 2 assists and a steal, 14 points is okay. Consider that they had a back-to-back. Jarrett Allen, 13 rebound, a steal, and a block. I mean, the block number is still low for him in the last month. What else you gonna do? You hold on to it, but if you got like a lot of big men on your team, and let's say you already locked down rebound, blocks, and field goal. If you're playing a guard team and need some steals, these guys you can drop them. Like they don't give you any assists, they don't give you any threes, they don't give you any steals. So a lot of big men, they're kind of polarized. And if you need the categories that they don't have, like for sure, just move on from the big man. Same thing with if you have a guard. If you have like a Darius Garland who doesn't really give you rebound, blocks, and field goal, if you need those, you could for sure drop him, right? I mean, obviously he's out at the moment, but just look at your matchup, see what categories you need to make some adjustment toward the end of the season. I think because guys are in and out of the lineup, there are a lot of guys you could pick up. Colin Sexton is an example. If you need rebound and blocks, you could even drop Colin Sexton, right? Because his biggest category is really the points. Again, 15 points, 4 assists and 2 steals is not bad, but 0 rebounds, 0 blocks, bad efficiency. That's kind of expected. Again, the Cavaliers, they got 2 more games this week. The Grizzlies beating the Minnesota Timberwolves, another high-scoring game, 139-135. Dylan Brooks had 6 personal fouls. If you pound a field goal, for sure you could have him. he doesn't give you a lot of rebound or assists, but steals decent amount and block a little bit shots. Three threes. I think as much as people hate on him because he's not really that, he's a really bad field goal chucker. But he defensively he's been doing pretty well this season. 16 points. Okay, Kyle Anderson continues to get huge minutes. I just don't know. Like with JJJ coming back, like his minutes didn't. JJJ obviously didn't play this game, but last game he even played 30 minutes. Had a good game. 2 steals, 3 threes, 7 for 9, 20 points. Good value for him. And Valanciunas also fouled out in 19 minutes. Dylan Brooks and him both fouled out. It's just a bad game, for sure. The Grizzlies, how many more games they got? Memphis Grizzlies, they have a back-to-back Wednesday, Thursday, so they have another game tonight. But again, like if you have Valanciunas, very polarized, doesn't give you any assist steals. I mean, he gave us 2 here. So if you need those categories, like you could consider dropping him after tonight. Grayson Allen played 6 minutes. I don't know. Ja Morant had a huge one, 37 points and 10 assists, 2 steals and block. This is the Ja Morant we want to see. But again, he's a point guard that doesn't take any threes in the modern NBA. And I remember there was one play like last year when Harden was guarding him and he hit an open 3 because Harden wasn't really guarding him. He was getting all excited. But the truth is, Harden knows the guy doesn't shoot that many threes and doesn't make them. And he's not a 3-point shooter. That's why he was like really not guarding him on the 3-point line. But Ja Morant next season, I don't know. Really, the only he only give us 2 categories: points and assists. And I don't even know he'll be a 20-point scorer. And he doesn't get that many defensive stats either. He's not a great free throw shooter. So in fantasy-wise, he's not that great. In real life, maybe a different story. Desmond Bain got 30 minutes, played pretty well, but we can leave him on the waiver wire everywhere. The DeAnthony Melton got 25 minutes. Whenever this guy gets minutes, more times than not, he plays well. 1 block, 5 rebound, 2. He's a guy that can do everything. I think we know that. But I think he will never be freed. For the Timberwolves, Jaden McDaniels plays. Josh Okogie, we can't forget about him. Jaden McDaniels, 26 minutes. The Timberwolves, they only have 3 games. Do I want to stream Jaden McDaniels? Probably not. He does block a lot of shots. That's about it. But if I want blocks, I could stream some big men, right? Other than blocks, he doesn't really give you all that much, and they don't have a good schedule for the rest of the week. Cat also had 5 points. I mean, this is just one team took 28 free throws, one team took 22. Just a lot of fouling. Cat was also in foul trouble. Can't say enough about Cat. Next season, he should go top 5, to be honest. Per game basis, and unlike many top guys, he doesn't get hurt. Anthony Edwards, wow, what a game. I think the rookie of the year, LaMelo Ball was running away with it, but he got hurt. And Anthony Edwards, toward the second half of the season, been playing really well. He obviously has some issue with his efficiency, field goal, free throw. But this game, 17 for 22, 42 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, a steal and block, 8 for 9 from the 3. He's helping you win. If you got him fantasy-wise, it's just really, really good. D'Angelo Russell, again, super good. 14 assists, 22 points, 2 threes, one of his best games. But again, he doesn't give you a rebound, doesn't really give you blocks and bad field goal. If you don't need points, assists, and threes, right? He's a guy that, for sure, guards like this or big men, they could be polarized, and you could just let them go. They have 2 more games. Obviously, you need points and assists. D'Lo might just help you win the championship. 14 assists, really, really good. 22 points. He should give you 20 points a game, and 6, 7 assists. I feel like Ricky Rubio is a drop everywhere. Naz Reid, Vanderbilt got some minutes because Cat was in foul trouble. But those guys with Cat around, I don't think you want to stream them. And the next game, it was a close one. The Wizards lost 1 point to Milwaukee Bucks. I think the Wizards are a dangerous team. Looks like they're not gonna be the 8th seed, so they gotta win 2 games. They're probably gonna play the Pacers and play the winner, loser of Miami Heat and Hornets. So my guess is Heat beat the Hornets, and Wizards beat the Pacers, and Wizards beat the Hornets. It happened, you know, you you know, I think that's probably what's gonna happen. But who knows? Anything can happen. Wizards playing really well at the moment, and Milwaukee Bucks, they beat Nets. It was a back-to-back for Milwaukee, to be fair to them, but they just beat Nets twice, obviously without Harden. I think Wizards they should, although they got to win 2 games, but I think they could beat both teams. Bradley Beal again 42 points in a loss, trying to go for the scoring title. He's a little behind Steph Curry. After this game, I don't know. I have to check. But good. It's just no rebound, no assist because Westbrook is taking it all. 3 is good efficiency. Alex Len, I mean, Ron Neto played 23 minutes. If you need some steals, mainly just the steals. He's not getting a lot of assists, but this season he's getting a lot of steals. So if you want to stream steals, how many games they got? The Washington Wizards? Yeah, they have a back-to-back, so you probably should have just streamed him on Wednesday till Saturday and drop him for another guy for steals if you need steals. If you need steals only. Russell Westbrook, another great one. 5 away from the free throw line is never good. But, the counting stats-wise, 3 steals, a block, 12 rebounds. He's going to average another triple-double. And if he's healthy next season, I don't see why not. He averaged another triple-double. Probably one of the most unique players in the NBA. Most unique guys. 6-foot point guard averaging a triple-double. Wizards, I mean, Daniel Gafford, yes. Daniel Gafford is a guy, he only played 14 minutes, but this is what he can do. 10 rebound, 4 for 6 from the field, and 1 block. If you stream him beginning of the week, sure. You could drop him Saturday and stream another big man if you need those stats. For Milwaukee Bucks, Giannis played okay. Oh, great. 23, 7 for 8 from the free throw line, 9 rebound, 8 assists, and 2 blocks. Brook Lopez, probably you could drop him. Let's see. Where is Milwaukee Bucks? Yeah, they have 1 game left the next 4 days. If you need blocks, I would, obviously don't have any more games after Friday. But if you don't need blocks, you could honestly just drop him now and stream some other categories. Dante DiVincenzo only played 20 minutes and fouled out, but had 19 points. Pretty good game before he left. Next season, he's a guy that I'll be okay. Take a flyer later on. Jrue Holiday also pretty good. Again, 29. Oh, really good actually. No defensive stat. 1 block, no steals, 5 rebounds. Yeah, just a guy that does everything. Guys like this will be so good in fantasy because he can get assists, get rebound, get steals, get blocks, hit threes, score points. Efficiency. Is up and down, but still elite. The next team, wow, Atlanta Hawks beat the number 1 team in the league. Phoenix Suns 135. They scored 135 points. 103. Mikal Bridges shot the ball well. I thought last season, his field goal percentage wasn't this good. For sure. This season, what is going on? He's not getting all that defensive stats, but man, the efficiency is crazy. Last year he shot 51%. His rookie season was only 43. So he made a huge improvement from last year to this, from rookie season to second year. So he was pretty good. This season he's shooting 41% from 3. That's really scary. It's just his rookie season he played around 30 minutes. 1.6 steals. Last year was 1.4. This year was only 1 on the season, but 0.9 blocks. He improved his block numbers because the more minutes. So you would think he could average 1.7, 1.8 steals. That's the only disappointing part, honestly. But with this stat line, he's top 50, top 60, right? 1 steal, 1 block, 2 threes, efficient everywhere. If you got an efficient team, he's really, really good, right? If you pound the assists, efficient team, him and Michael Porter Jr., those 2 guys I could think of, really, really good. Torrey Craig, if you stream him, unfortunately, it was a bad stream. He had 2 good games last week, Tuesday and Wednesday, not so good. So I'll be okay moving on from him. You could spend another acquisition on guys. DeAndre Ayton only took 4 shots. Disappointing season. You could. We could say goodbye to him. Very, very bad season for Ayton. people thought Chris Paul coming over because they didn't really have a point guard in the past couple of years. Devin Booker was running the offense, but just no usage. Or you could really blame him. You can't really blame the point guard. He needs to be more aggressive. I don't know. Maybe the team is asking him. I mean, he only took 4 shots. He's supposed to be the third best player. Devin Booker, good game, 30 points. But again, his issues is just nothing else. Good efficiency, but it's just nothing else. And how many threes is he making in the last month? I'm just gonna look at the last month. 101st ranked player averaging only 1.2 threes. That's so low. Chris Paul finally had a bad game. I mean, it was a back-to-back. Was it a back-to-back? He had like 4 steals and 2 blocks the other night. Yeah, it was a back-to-back, sure. Give him a rest. No worries there. For the Atlanta Hawks, they got one more game tonight, and there you could drop all the guys, and stream more guys. Say goodbye. John Collins, the minutes is low across the board. Didn't do anything. Disappointing season, but he probably still top 50 on the season. So next year, remember, don't draft this. Last year he was like 7th ranked player in 9 category leagues. So people, thought he was gonna be this good. That's not the case with Clint Capella around, taking all the rebounds away. Clint Capella, good game, 2 blocks, 18 points, 10 rebounds. Bogdanovic, you're gonna get one more game out of him, so enjoy. He's been really, really good in the last month. Super, super good. Where is he at? Wow. Can you believe it? In the 15, he played 50 games. So he missed 1 game and 11th ranked player in the last month. Really scary stuff. 1.4 steals, 4.5 threes. Wow. Yeah. Obviously, like, you gotta roster him if your league is over next week, because they got 4 games next week. But maybe he's helping you win the threes. Helping you go all the way to the championship. Trae Young, a good one, 12 assists, 16 points, a steal, efficient everywhere, and no threes. Trae Young has been underwhelming. He's a guy that if I'm gonna draft him, I gotta have specific builds for him, because I probably need to pound turnovers. I probably need to pound field goal, and he doesn't give any steals and blocks. Gallinari went off the other night. He played 24 minutes. We can consider it's a back-to-back. We could just season is over for the Atlanta Hawks. If we got Atlanta Hawks, they got one more game. The next game, the Kings beat the Pacers 104-93. I want to talk about Delon Wright. When is De'Aaron Fox coming back? So he's expected. So they got a game Friday. We'll see what happens with Delon Wright's minutes. Either way, if you have him, you still play him Friday, whether De'Aaron Fox comes back or not. He is winning leagues. Again, he had, what did he have? He had 4 steals or some ridiculous stuff, and then this game, 6 steals and a block, 23 points, 7 rebounds. I think the Kings pace or whatever it is really fits Delon Wright playstyle, right? I mean, I don't know. He's probably the best fantasy player this week so far. Not probably, for sure, I think. So, number 1 guy in a week so far. That's why we stream guys, Didn't expect him to be this good, but if you're streaming him, you definitely winning steals and giving you everything else, pretty much. And if efficient. I don't know what to say. Buddy Hield, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals. Buddy Hield had a good game. Also had 4 3, 16 points. Rashawn Holmes, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Who did they play? They played the Pacers. Just a lot of steals across the board. 16 steals total. Mark Harkless, if you need steals, sure, he's a guy, right? They have 2 more games. Like, if you need defensive stats, I would hold on to Harkless. And look at Marvin Bagley. The Kings, didn't expect Marvin Bagley. He had a couple good games. Again, just the points and rebound. But if you need those two categories, he's been great the past couple games, and they have 2 more games. So really, I'm just surprised. It took an injury for them to play Marvin Bagley over 30 minutes, and it did happen finally. And he's playing pretty well, And they won this game, so end of season, just anything can happen, because it's very possible Marvin Bagley next season goes back playing 20 to 25 minutes and look like a bust. For the Pacers, they still don't have Malcolm Brogdon. When is he gonna be back? That's why I'll be okay just moving out. If I probably just drop Brogdon, on Monday if I knew he's gonna miss. Who knows? Who knows if he's gonna be back next game? Karis LeVert, meanwhile, is gonna carry a lot of the load offensively. Same thing with Sabonis. Karis LeVert struggled, but if you don't care about the efficiency, they still got 2 more games. And next week they have 5 games, so hold on to Karis LeVert tight if your league is over next week. Sabonis pretty well, double-double, almost a triple-double. 2 steals, made his free throws. And O'Shea Brissett, consider they have 5 games next week. They still have 2 more games. Depending on what you need. If your league is over this week and you need some points, threes, because really he give you rebound and some defensive stats. And he only got 24 minutes, so I'm not, He was going off last week with Sabonis out. I think now it's time to move on from him. Montgomery, just a point, not exciting. And TJ McConnell again, assists and steals. If you need those 2, you have to roster him. If not, you drop him, right? They got 2 more games left. But it's Justin Holiday only played 18 minutes, so I guess I was wrong. If you need some 3s and steals, maybe you just gotta look elsewhere. The minutes is really, really low for him. Let's go to the next game. The Philadelphia Sixers beating the Houston Rockets. No surprise there. Easy work for the Philadelphia. I mean, one thing with Joel Embiid is the minutes. There's just so many blowouts. But again, in 25 minutes, 34 points, 12 rebounds. Good enough. You would take it any day. For the Sixers, they have a back-to-back Friday, Saturday. We'll see if Joel Embiid plays in both. If he doesn't play Saturday, I mean, for sure, is a job. Tobias Harris, not the best game, 15 points. And Danny Gray, give us what we wanted. And grabbed us 8 rebounds as well. 3 threes, a steal and a block. You could continue roster him if you need those. Ben Simmons also didn't play, and just another bad game for Ben Simmons. 10 points, 3 rebounds, 3 threes. Really, really bad all season long. I mean, next season, who knows? I mean, his rookie season and now, fantasy-wise, just never improved. Seth Curry hit 3 threes. That's it. Matisse Thybulle, again, if you want defensive stats, he gave us three steals and three blocks again. So good. I want to see this guy play more minutes next season. He will be, if the guy gets 30 minutes, he might be a top 20 guy. Top 30. Realistically, yes, he could average 2 steals and over 1 block, and a little bit everything else, maybe top 25, 30. I like this guy. For the Houston Rockets, Kenyon Martin Jr. Christian Wood is out. I think he's a must pickup. Rockets don't have a good schedule, but they got 2 more games left. So I was looking to stream him next 2 games. He was a minus 27. Obviously didn't play well, but 10 rebounds. Just did a little bit everything. I think if Christian Wood continues to be out, we got to grab this guy. And Daquan Jeffries. This guy got 40 minutes. I mean, Rockets, they are in shambles. Nobody is... Jason Tate is out. So Jason Tate is a drop for sure. You probably just dropped him by Wednesday. And Christian Wood is also a drop. The ankle injury. What's the point of rushing him back? Right? He's questionable. Probably just drop him either. I'll drop him too. If I would be very comfortable, drop Christian Wood, and I don't think he'll play next game. Kelly Olynyk, 27 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists. He's winning leagues. So good. Can't say enough. And Anthony Lamb and Armoni Brooks, they got more minutes over Kevin Porter Jr. It was a blowout. If you need some points and assists, I would still hold on to Kevin Porter Jr. But if you need some efficiency, and you don't need points, just drop him. He's not really contributing much other than points. But I think Lambert and those two guys, they won't get really a lot of minutes if it wasn't a blowout. So I wouldn't stream them. Too much, pretty risky. The next game, the Knicks finally lost to Denver. Nerlens Noel came back. What? How did he come back? But really good. 2 steals, 6 blocks. If you picked him up before after the news came out and streamed him, congratulations. Good. And they have 2 more games. If you need defensive stance and rebound and field goal, Nerlens Noel can give you that. And doesn't really turn the ball over. So good stuff from him. Julius Randle did not have the best game. But what else can you say about this guy? The minutes is low across the board because the game wasn't really close. RJ Barrett played 28 minutes, had 14 points, 3 rebounds, and okay, if you need points and rebound, they got 2 more games, sure. And Derrick Rose, beginning of the week, this is the guy I want to stream. Had 14 points, nothing else. Nobody on the Knicks played that well, so we just move on to the next game. Hopefully they play better. For Denver Nuggets, again, Jokic, Michael Porter Jr. started at the. They play this weird lineup where Michael Porter Jr. is a guard, a 7-foot guard. Wow. Remember, Michael Porter Jr. is huge. Is lengthy, 7-footer, 17 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. Interesting. They play Paul Millsap, Aaron Gordon at the forward positions. None of them didn't really do much. Jokic again, great. They did everything. 12 rebounds. Can't say enough about Jokic. And for Denver Nuggets, they have a back-to-back. So one guy we want to stream for sure is Campazzo. Had 5 steals and 2 blocks. My God, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. Just completely went off this game. If you need an assist and steals, you gotta stream this guy on Friday and Saturday. Well, when you have a back-to-back. Austin Rivers also had his revenge game. Austin Rivers being around, he's been on so many teams. He played pretty well as well, but I wouldn't stream him. And we see Shaquille Harrison. This guy's steal rate is crazy. But other than steals, he doesn't give us anything. It's not guaranteed he's even going to play minutes. But interesting, they started Michael Porter Jr. This is a scary lineup. In the playoffs, if they start Michael Porter Jr., Paul Millsap, Aaron Gordon, and Jokic, I don't know. I think they might struggle versus it depends on Michael Porter Jr., Aaron Gordon, and Paul Millsap, how good of a job they can do versus the other team's perimeter players. But if they can play good defense on them, this lineup is scary, to be honest. Jamal McGee played 18 minutes. We know this guy can get block shots and rebound in just 15 minutes, but yeah, we don't want to stream him. Let's go to the last game of the night. The San Antonio Spurs losing to the Jazz. Popovich just waved the flag early. Do they have the Spurs? They're gonna be the 10th seed. Wow, they lost 5 straight. I thought they're gonna be the 10th seed, but Pelicans now they got a chance. That's interesting to see. They only 1.5 games behind. So if Spurs, depending on the schedule, if they lose out, Pelicans might squeeze in to be the 10th seed. Now that's really, really interesting. DeMar DeRozan, you obviously have to hold. The Spurs schedule should be pretty good. They have a back-to-back Friday and Saturday. So I would stream Keldon Johnson probably if I need some rebound. Jacob Poeltl only played 12 minutes. Yeah, just low minutes across the board. Devontae Murray, low minutes. Not much to talk about. Just a blowout. When a blowout happens, it's bad for both teams, both players. Low minutes, nobody did anything for the Spurs. And for the Jazz, Bogdanovic, in 25 minutes had 24 points. We talked about this, with Donovan Mitchell out, we gotta stream Bogdanovic, we gotta stream Joe Ingles, we gotta have Jordan Clarkson, we gotta have those guys on our team. Rudy Gobert 10 and 8 didn't do much. Joe Ingles 3 threes. Read an article like his true shooting, Joe Ingles so far this season is top 10 in the history, and all the other top 10 guys are like a DeAndre Jordan in his prime shooting 70% from the field, just all dunks. So it's pretty crazy. Joe Ingles, one of the most, analytics probably love him. 7 assists, 5 rebounds, 3 threes. Good game. Jordan Clarkson 30 points went off in just 25 minutes. Good stuff. The Jazz schedule, they have a back-to-back Friday, Saturday. So if Joe Ingles, Bogdanovic, and Jordan Clarkson, they're out there on the waiver wire for sure, I would stream all three of them. We know what category they give us, so just remember, don't stream if you don't need what they offer. That's it for all the games. I'll see you guys tomorrow.